what's the conversation that McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers had in March, April, May, June about the comfort level that they used to have when he was a 24 to 35-year-old quarterback to him being a 42, soon to be 43-year-old quarterback in this system with these new kids coming in that made him comfortable to say, yeah, let's do this one more time. Gerry, what do you got for me there?
Well, I think part of it, what made him comfortable was the fact that when they hired Mike McCarthy, when Aaron had his exit meeting with Omar Khan after the year, he kind of somewhat jokingly or teasingly referred to the fact that, when Mike Tomlin stepped down, that Mike McCarthy's out there. And so when they brought him back, when they hired, Mike McCarthy, I think that heightened Aaron Rodgers' desire to come back, not to mention the fact that after 2 sour seasons in New York, this was entirely different. He came back. He was coming back off a season in which they won a division title, which they won 10 games. And so he had a much more positive feeling about wanting to play again, unlike the way he felt prior to last season. So I think there's a great comfort factor between the two. I will say there has not been one slippage whatsoever in Aaron Rodgers' ability to throw the football. He looks the same as he did last year. Rich, this is a guy, he never misses a practice. He doesn't want to miss a practice. And so he's out there every day. And I think, Aaron, I don't think Aaron works, every day with these two young quarterbacks. They can't speak highly enough of what he does, what he does for those two guys. And they really like him, and he is very comfortable trying to help develop these guys.
Well, listen, man, it'll be fascinating to see Rodgers with this offense. And by that, I mean, listen, we didn't see Pittman last night. We didn't see DK Metcalf last night. We did see Bernard, though. And I saw that kid. I'm like, Rodgers will know exactly what to do with him. And that, some of his plays last night made me go, okay. Now, Weegan comes in, and I don't know if he's going to get much run, in the offense. But they're faster. Now, Pittman can also make them bigger, but they got faster. Dowdle can be very physical, too, with Warren. How explosive can this offense be with Rodgers, do you think, Gerry?
Well, Rich, I don't think there's any question they are more explosive. And when you bring in Michael Pittman, and then you draft Jeremy Bernard, they're hoping that what they have seen in camp from Roman Wilson, now he was quiet last night, that for now he can be the third guy. But I don't think there's any question in a matter of time Jeremy Bernard will be that third guy. They bring in Rico Dowdle, and it seems odd to say that is an improvement over what they had last season, when last season Kenny Gainwell was their team MVP. But I think from a running game standpoint, Rico Dowdle makes them a better offense as well. And so when you look at the depth at wide receiver now, all of a sudden, which they didn't have last year, you look at a running game which should be improved from over last year. And so they have a pretty good offensive line, but I don't think there's any question. And, you saw Robert Tonyan last night,
yeah.
Rich. He had big seasons with Aaron in Green Bay, and he put up big numbers, as a backup tight end. And you saw him last night, with 4 catches, 61 yards. And Aaron Rodgers was even saying before the game, a couple days earlier, how much that how good Tonyan has looked and how much he likes him, and of course is very comfortable with him. So I'm not going to sit here and say, he's going to be their top tight end, top pass catching tight end. He won't be. But you look at what they have done with this offense. I don't think there's any question with Mike McCarthy. It's going to be much more explosive than what we saw last year.
Well, Tonyan's the one who caught what looked like a touchdown from Will Howard until replay said he was down at like the thumbnail yard line. He just adds depth to that position. You got the wagon and Darnell, right? And you got Freiermuth. Just adds depth to that position that Rodgers loves to exploit, the tight end. We all know that. And then, wouldn't it be fascinating if Ihanachor is significant as an upgrade on the line, and Bernard is, one of the rookies of the year offensively, when they almost had Lemon, but the Eagles jumped the line, right? Like, wouldn't that be interesting if that plays out for the Steelers this season, Gerry?
You know, two things, Rich. Max Ahanichor has looked so good in camp, and it's only a matter of time. Look, as Tom Donahoe once said, they didn't bring him in to lead the band at halftime. And as good as he has looked, he will eventually be that right tackle. He's out right now. It's not a serious injury, hasn't practiced, but he's been out on the field in uniform. So it's not like he needs to work in the training room every day. He should be back shortly. But when you look at having him, and then with Bernard, if he can be anything close to what they thought Mekhi Lemon would be, which is the guy they wanted to take in the draft, then all of a sudden it makes that Max Ahanichor pick look even better. So that combo of guys, they can be they can have a nice impact on this offense this year. But boy, Ahanichor looks really good. And it's only going to be, it's like I said, Rich, only a short matter of time before he's in.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single weekday on Disney Plus, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio. And be sure to now check out richeisenshop.com to see all of our latest apparel and accessories so you can rep your love of the show every day.